Gold Rangers are typically the 6th or additional ranger to the team, but 9 times out of 10 they win fans over, well, because they're gold and they're cool. The first Gold Ranger from Power Rangers is Trey of Triforia from Power Rangers Zeo. Trey is an alien composed of triplets, Trey of Courage, Trey of Wisdom, and Trey of Heart. They come together as one to harness the Gold Zeo powers before getting seriously injured and just being physically too weak to hold the power anymore. At this point, it was time to seek out a new Gold Ranger, and this came in the form of original Red Ranger, Jason Scott, whose return was iconic, by the way, I mean, come on. And the transition between the two Rangers was quite fun to see as well. I mean, it went from a wise, sophisticated Trey of Triforia to a strong, don't get me wrong, but more laid back Jason. You know, he wasn't the leader anymore, he could kind of just chill a bit, and that's the transition we saw. After some time as the Gold Ranger, Jason did then transfer the powers back to Trey, who has kept the powers now and will do for the foreseeable. 10 years then went by before getting another Gold Ranger in the form of the Solaris Knight. Now, I know some of you might be running to the comments saying, Dagaron isn't a Gold Ranger, he's just like an extra warrior, blah, 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 blah. He's a lot more gold than the Zeo Gold Ranger was. Like, that is a Gold Ranger. And I think the Solaris Knight might even be one of the coolest Rangers in the entire franchise. I mean, his suit is gorgeous, his entrance was sick, and I mean, come on, magic is pretty fucking cool. Plus, this is already our second Gold Ranger who isn't human. Dagaron is one of the ancient mystics whose natural form is also gold. He literally is a Gold Ranger. You can't argue with it. And very early on, we do have a grey area, and that is in the Sentinel Knight. Now, he's not really a Ranger, more of an armoured ally. He is gold, and he does appear in some official Gold Ranger artwork. He's also technically a sword as well. So, I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Is Sentinel Knight a Gold Ranger? Let me know. So next up, we actually have... What? Hello?
We need you at the command center immediately.
Zordon? What? This thing's real? What?
Hurry!
Okay, yeah, fine. Sorry, guys. What's going on, Zordon?
Goldar has been sent to Angel Grove. You must go now!
But I was literally just about to talk about our Patreon.
Your what?
Patreon. It's a place where you can get early access to all Film Fun videos, get exclusive videos that you can't get on YouTube, and even get your name show up at the end of our videos. And it's just £3 per month, which is less than a meal deal.
Oh. Yeah, shit. Sorry. That sounds important. I'll just send Tommy down there. Carry on as you were.
Cheers, Zordon. Anyway, Power Rangers RPM gave us Gem, one half of a sibling duo who could morph into Ranger Operator Series Gold. Gem, alongside his sister Gemma and friend Dr. K, were captives of Alphabet Soup, a government facility that kidnaps children considered to be geniuses. For years, Gem and Gemma were considered to be dead until making a triumphant return as the Silver and of course Gold RPM Ranger. And after a few episodes, they actually die again. But then they come back, so it's fine. And Gem is arguably the goldest Ranger we've had so far. The Super Sentai counterpart of his suit is incredibly shiny, and unlike Dagaron, he has black with his suit rather than blue. And yes, still more gold than Zeo. Just 1 year later in Power Ranger Samurai, we get Antonio Garcia, fisherman and best friend to Jaden Shiba. Antonio knew Jaden when they were kids, and when his family were moving away, Jaden gave him the Octozord as a parting gift. Hell of a gift to give a child. Many years later, this inspired Antonio to use the Octozord and draw power from it to make his very own Samurai Morpher. Whilst he was originally rejected from the team, he eventually did find his spot as the official 6th Samurai Ranger. This would also really see the birth of the gold and blue color palette for Gold Rangers. I mean, kind of like Dagaron's was. Now, another grey area, in my opinion, is Orion from Power Rangers Super Megaforce, because Orion is a Silver Ranger, and there's no denying that, but when he gets the shield upgrade, he calls himself the Super Megaforce Gold Ranger. And as lousy as it is, it's still more gold than Zeo Gold ever was, especially with the Silver Edition, so I'll add this to the comments as well. Let me know what you think about that one. I think it's a Alright, we're about to get a Gold Ranger every season, so strap in. Power Rangers Dino Charge gives us Sir Ivan of Xandar, a knight from the 13th century whose duty was to protect Prince Colin in the year 1215. Ivan would go on to find the Gold Energem, but after an altercation with Fury, he would end up being trapped in his body for centuries. In 2015, the Gold Energem was found, and Ivan was finally released from his imprisonment and joined the team as the 6th Dino Charge Ranger. Then in Power Rangers Ninja Steel, we get Levi Weston, aka Aiden Romero, aka the Gold Ninja Steel Ranger. Yes, a bit of a weird one. Levi Weston is a country singer-songwriter who was tracked down by the Ninja Nexus Prism and granted the Gold Ninja Power Star. We later find out that Levi Weston is actually a stage name and his real name is Aiden Romero, the long-lost brother of Red Ranger Brody Romero, who he's been searching for the entire season up to this point. However, when whatever spell he has cast on him makes him remember that he's Aiden, because yeah, he forgot that he was Aiden, they keep calling him Levi, because why not? Oh yeah, and his suit is a cowboy ninja hybrid with his weapon being a guitar. And personally, I think they should have kept in line with the Sentai a bit more and made his morpher a cheeseburger. But I digress. In Power Rangers Beast Morphers, we get, ready for this? Nate Silver. Great name. Nate Silver, despite his name, isn't the Silver Ranger. He's actually the scientist companion to the Rangers who down the line ends up becoming the Beast Morphers Gold Ranger. Whilst merging his DNA with that of a mantis, he accidentally shares some of his DNA to a robot, creating Steel, who is the Beast Morphers Silver Ranger and genetically Nate's brother. This is the first Gold Ranger in a while to be black and gold rather than blue and gold, but I think overall the suit's a bit lame. Maybe that's just a personal opinion. I just think the legs look a bit clunky and the helmet's a bit boring as well, personally. Oh, and this is not only the dude that created Evox, but he did so by unleashing Venjix back into the universe, so yeah, do with that info as you will. And finally, we have Ion, the Dino Fury and Cosmic Fury Gold Ranger. Ion was an alien knight of the planet Rafcon over 65 million years ago. He then became the Gold Dino Fury Ranger and soon thereafter became paralyzed and trapped under the ocean. Ion was then found by the Ninja Nexus Prism, who then alerted the Green Morphin Master of his whereabouts, freeing him and letting him join the other Dino Fury Rangers. Ion would then go on to become the Gold Cosmic Fury Ranger and aid his team in the battle against Lord Zed. As for the suits, the Dino Fury suit is gorgeous in my opinion. I love how shiny the gold is, the helmet is sick, and the blue really works in favour of this costume in my opinion. The Cosmic Fury suit, despite the fact that I do like them, is definitely a downgrade from the Dino Fury suits. I mean, the helmet pretty much stays the same, which is cool, but it's more of a yellowy, mustardy colour than gold. Yeah, I'm not really impressed. And those are all the Gold Rangers from the Power Rangers TV show, but not from other forms of media. We have the Death Ranger, who is gold, kind of, but as gold as the Zeo Gold Ranger was. And then we have Ryu from the Street Fighter crossover, who according to the wiki is a Gold Ranger. But last time I checked, his callout was Crimson Hawk when morphing, and even then, like, gold and crimson are the least amount of colors. Like, he's a white ranger, if anything. But apparently he's a gold ranger, so do with that info as you will. Oh, and also this artwork suggests that Skull is a gold ranger, but he is absolutely an orange ranger. So I thought I'd throw that in, because maybe, but no. Now let's look into Super Sentai. But just quickly before I do, if you guys want more Film Form content, I also post over on Instagram and TikTok, all at Film Form Studios. Feel free to go check us out. You Americans have TikTok again now, right? It was only banned for like 5 hours. Yeah? No? Either way, I'm over there. So of course with Super Sentai we have all the Gold Rangers that I've already mentioned before, minus actually Ohranger, because in that show he is considered a Black Ranger. Like, they got it right. But the first Sentai exclusive Gold Ranger is Deka Gold from DekaRanger. With the name Mary Gold, we only actually see them for like 2 seconds morphed before getting blasted at relentlessly, but a Gold Ranger nonetheless. Next up we have Duo the World, who is kind of a grey area because he's black, silver and gold. He uses 3 Zyuohger powers, the alligator, the rhino and the wolf, and his suit is sick. I absolutely love it, but it is predominantly black. Does that make him a Black Ranger? A Silver Ranger? A hybrid? I don't know. Maybe that's the last comment one. Like, let me know what you think about that one. Techno-organic mechanical organism. Kyuranger give us the character of Balance, a 300-year-old techno-organic mechanical organism, which just means a robot, but like kind of through birthing genetics. Who of course is a partner in crime to the Silver Ranger. All the Kyuranger suits are pretty sick, but I mean, look at this guy's helmet. And his name's Balance. He was born for it. Kiramager give us Kiramager Gold, but in the dream sequence, so if you were one of the people that thinks that Boom is an official Orange Ranger, then this is one for you guys. Then in Lupinranger versus Patranger, we get Noel Takayo as Patron X. Noel is actually a ranger for two halves of the Lupat team. When he's with the Lupin Rangers, he is Lupin X, which is silver, and then of course with the Pat Rangers, Patron X, which is gold. Which sounds like a fun concept. I mean, it's already cool that there's two ranger teams going up against each other, and then there's just one guy that's on both sides. That's pretty sick. I've not got around to watching Lupat yet, but I mean, it sounds sick. In Zenkaiger, we get a man called Zox who can henshin into Two Kaiser. Zenkaiger is an anniversary season, so Two Kaiser suit is heavily inspired by the likes of Gokaiger. He's Gokai Gold, basically. The version that Gokai Silver thought he was. And he also has a bunch of upgrades, including links to Ohranger, Shinkenger, and Kiramager. Then, in Donbrothers, we have Gino Monotami, who is pretty much another gold-silver hybrid ranger. When gold, he goes by the name of Don Doragoku, and has a fairly striking suit. Of course, it's gold with black plating, and then there's just red trim all around. Maybe the most interesting gold ranger suit. I mean, I personally don't love it, but I've not seen Donbrothers, so who am I to judge? And finally, we have KingOhger. Now, to my knowledge, this isn't an official Gold Ranger, but instead an upgraded form of the Red Ranger. I suppose you could just call it a Gold Battleizer, but I mean, look at him. He is so gold. So incredibly gold. And those are all the Gold Rangers that I have on this list. Have I missed any? Let me know in the comments. I'd like to give a massive thank you to Sarah Jane, our Super Dino Mode Patreon, along with a big shout out to Joel Paul, who was the voice of Zordon in our Patreon skit.
Nate, you've gotta get down here. Zordon's kicking the fuck off.